Hello, this video is a overview of the admin functions and what you need to know as an admin or setting things up within the MyShipZone software. I'm going to go through things very briefly, the links, and then I'll have additional videos specifically made for each link and category so that you know how to set up new customers, set up employees, and all the other functionalities that you need to know in order to really master the software and utilize all the automation that we've built into this. So let me go ahead and start off with the login. You're going to go ahead and enter your URL, and then it must end with the /ERP. We kind of always run into the issue where people don't put that on there. If you don't put it on there, it'll take you to the customer login or the customer user interface, and you won't be able to log in. So I've already entered my username and password. Going to log in right now. And so it'll default onto the home tab, which, as you can see, there's quick links here on the top that mirror a lot of the ones in the home tab, or the core links as we refer to them. And so you can use those, when you're navigating throughout the site. Most guys in the warehouse and customer service are going to be in orders. They're not really going to spend much time in reports, but an admin or a upper level manager might be looking at reports to check out functionality. So we put those on top, but I'm going to go through these because they're all contained in the top, are on this list as well. So first link is boxes. This is where you set up boxes, box sizes within the system, and you're able to determine cost and a few other things. I'll go into that in a later video. The cron job link, these are cron jobs or time scripts that run. This is where your inventories are imported, your reports are generated, emails are sent, everything's set up within cron jobs, and I will show you how to set those up, though. Once they're set up, they just kind of run, so you don't have to really spend much time in there. Customers section, I'll have a whole video on that as well, which will show you how to set up customers, all the different functionalities, options, how to set up their shipping, how to set up their business rules under their customer records. And once you set a couple of those up, they go pretty quickly. The next link is EDI, which, if you're dealing with any customers that use an EDI to send orders into your system, their credentials will be managed there. So it'll also be a cron's job associated with that EDI in order to go and grab those orders, and then also upload tracking. But really, you don't need to do anything in EDI. There should be no changes you need to make. We'll set things up in there for you, so there's really no need for you to do anything in there. Employees, it's same thing. Managers are probably going to want to set these up. Setting up employees goes pretty quickly. Every employee should have their own login. You shouldn't share logins. It kind of defeats from the purpose of the logging that we do, but I'll have a video on setting up employees as well. FedEx and UPS accounts, this is where you'll set up as a warehouse, you'll set up your FedEx and UPS account. UPS account is down here at the bottom. These are the accounts, the master accounts that are used to ship. These are not the accounts that necessarily are being billed. So we need these accounts for third-party shippers, so it's shipped on your account, but it's billed to their account. Or we also have API connections with both UPS and FedEx, which allows them to ship directly on their account. But you need to set this up mostly for the third-party shippers. Groups are permission levels, and I'll go into those and how to change those and modify them. We have some preset ones that we give you. Locations are your warehouse location. So if you have one or you have multiple, let's say you add a location later on down the line or remove a location, you're able to modify and work with that here. Networks, this is a security link. So you'll be able to set up your WAN IP addresses within here to either lock people down to a specific location. It's mostly security. You don't want people logging in from home, but some people you do. So you're able to set up those networks, and then as you'll see later on in the customer setup video, how to assign those networks or not assign those networks to certain customers. Orders, this is probably the link going to be used most. If you look at the customer service video or the shipping video, it'll explain all the functionalities in the orders tab. Reports, we have about 25-30 canned reports. We are adding them all the time. If you have reports you need, we can add them, but I'll have a video on covering the reports section as well. System data. System data is set up right at the beginning. Really shouldn't have to change anything in shipping data once we set it up for your system. Has to do with the way we interface with your ERP. So once it's set up, you can go in there and look at it, but really there's no need for you to do anything in there. And then UPS accounts is kind of the same thing. So I'll have later videos on all these, probably combine some of the smaller categories, but customer setup and employee setup will be their own videos, and we'll combine those and I'll label them appropriately so you know what you're watching. That way, if 6 months down the line you need to review some stuff, you can do that. So thank you very much.